Hi there, this is Michelle Holang. I'm the Sparkle Diva, and we're here tonight to have a really exciting talk with Ron Levinson. He's the CEO of UVC Health Solutions, and Jeremy Gall, my co-host, will be here to also share his nuggets and questions with regards to this technology because Jeremy has been using it for like, I think you said 3 years, Jeremy?
Uh, 3.5 to 4 years at this point. So
Oh,
yes.
wow. Awesome, awesome. Because I'm really excited to find out more about the cold oxygen plasma reactor. And so, what I'd like to do is Jeremy is here. He is my co host, he is your chief technologist. I help people with on many areas, but with Sparkle, and that's what this show is named for because here we talk about Sparkle experiences. We try and help people to be, uh, you know, be CEO of themselves. And what I like to do is bring up Ron right now because Ron's so happy to have you here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jeremy, any thoughts?
Ron, uh, basically, I met Ron when I was having a hard time during COVID and looking for something to do. And I replied to something that he had posted online. And since then, we've been kind of working together. I've bought into the technology. I've done a lot of research behind it. It's something I fully support, and I've really had a lot of fun working with him. So, Ron, can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved with this and how you discovered this technology?
Yeah, I need to backtrack. As a young child growing up, I had beginning stages of rheumatic fever. I'm going to be 78 years old. Um, so needless to say, I grew up in the 50s. Well, I had the rheumatic fever didn't affect my heart, but affected my system. I was very sickly as a kid. In fact, when I had the rheumatic fever, I ran a temperature. I was in bed for almost 6 months
Wow.
Oh,
back
sure.
then, and it really took its toll on me. But growing up through all the years, I had severe allergies. It was crazy. During the summertime, especially, I suffered so much you have no idea. My nose would run like a faucet. I've sneezed so much and so long. One time, I almost passed out. I sneezed for 45 minutes. That's how bad my allergies were. Well, uh, through life and just lived with it. Well, anyhow, getting back to how I found out about this, in our trade newspaper, it talked about a mattress maintenance program, and I was curious. So I sent away for this literature, and in this literature was a DVD from the Oprah Winfrey Show, Anderson Cooper, Dr. Sean, all these newscasts talking about asthmas and allergies and what's causing them. And they talked about dust mites, and I honestly have never heard that term before. But when they were going over all the symptoms, I had every one of these symptoms
Hmm.
that they were talking about. Most people don't understand dust mites. It's not the mite themselves that hurts you, but
Right.
100% of the population has this issue. A 10-year-old mattress up to double in weight. You can have anywhere from 8 million to 10 million dust mites in your mattress. They don't bite you, but they defecate 20 times a day in your bed. They live 90 to 120 days and they die. It's their dead, decaying bodies and their fecal protein. That's the number one cause of asthmas and allergies in the world. But not just that, eczema, eye conditions, ears conditions, nose conditions, all kinds of different conditions. Well, anyhow, I had all these problems. So I tried to find somebody that can come out and take care of that and sterilize my mattress and get rid of the dust mites. That's what this company's literature was from, but they're a company out of England called Hygienitech. Well,
Okay.
in doing my due diligence, I found this gentleman out of Florida. There was nobody in the United States that could sterilize mattresses the way they needed to be sterilized. And this is where I got my education. The gentleman that I met was a physicist, biochemist, scientist, and he explained to me what was creating all the problems from the mattress. But he says that's not the main issue. He says the main issue, what's killing people and what's creating pretty much all the diseases known to man was what he called VOCs, volatile organic compounds.
Right.
And there, I never heard that term either. But there's several different names for the same thing, either pollutants, toxins, volatile organic compounds. Well, he introduced me to a product back then called cold plasma sterilization, and I never heard about it. Well, he was trying to sell a franchise, so I flew down to Florida where he was out of, and he showed me everything that it was about and convinced me. And especially once he showed me what's happening inside mattresses with all the mold and mildew and the dust mites, it was horrific. So once he educated me on this cold plasma, and I spent a lot of money to buy this, I'll call it a franchise, but not for a business, but for my own health.
Right.
Got
How
back.
has this improved your life, really?
Well, it changed my life. Once I plugged in that unit and sterilized my mattress, but the main thing was the cold plasma. I woke up for the first time in I can't count how many years, and I could breathe out of my nose, which I never could. I was always so congested. My nose would